Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing everything that happened in the first week of the 0 to 1 cohort by Harkirat Singh. So before the first live class, uh, we were given these warm up videos, which basically taught us some basic HTML and CSS tags and attributes about HTML, and he gave us some idea about IDs, but nothing about classes. For the entire videos, we used inline CSS, which kind of makes sense because at the end, he's going to teach us Tailwind CSS for mainly styling our websites, which is an inline tool. So it's nice that I got used to styling my websites with inline CSS. Throughout these videos, we made this sick Zerada clone. This is how the original website looks like, and this is how the clone looks like. Mine kind of looks a bit ugly from below here because at the start of the video he mentioned that we should try to make a an interest calculator with JavaScript. So I made it and put this at the bottom, so it just calculates like uh, interest and returns the amount. Then comes our first live class, which was for orientation. So nothing much to recap about this class. He told us basic things about the cohort, like what he is going to teach us, how he is going to teach us, and sort of when in the last cohort most of the students fell off or sort of abandoned the cohort, and how we can avoid that. He also answered general questions about the cohort at the end of this orientation class. Next was our second live class on Sunday, which is the next day. A lot was scheduled to be taught on this day, as you can see on the screen, but we only managed to finish till here, and rest of these things were like scheduled in an offline video. For me, the high level theory part was very interesting. Because nobody learns about interpreted and compiled languages or the strict twisted dynamic languages, all these theory high level knowledge when you're a self-taught developer. So this was pretty interesting for me. But then we learned about the basics of JavaScript, which was kind of meh because I already know all of this stuff. I've used this stuff to build apps. But I still attended the class because this was first time I was being taught by Harkirat, so I was pretty interested in his methods, and I was also bounty hunting, trying to get that bounty. But it was very difficult. Actually, nobody could solve the first bounty. I think I could not even write my answer in the chat box because the process was just so fast. I think they should like improve it so that everybody gets an equal chance at the bounty. So I don't know how they can implement that in Zoom, but they should like improve it. The next day, we were given some assignments to solve, which was basically like this repository. We had to clone it. No, he actually just asked us to download the code, but I forked the repository and cloned it, so it would be easier to pull the code. So let me just open this. The assignments were pretty easy. I just solved the hard ones so that I won't waste my time on things that I have done before. They were pretty easy. I solved these, and they were tested using Jest. I know how Jest works, so it was pretty easy to test. A lot of people had problems with tests because some people did not install Node. They did not nearly know how Jest works, but I did not have any problem with the Jest testing. I did these two assignments, calculator and the to do list, and the test ran just fine. Then throughout the week, we had all these offline lectures uploaded one by one. So the first one, week 1.3, it was a pretty straightforward lecture. It introduced us to a bunch of JavaScript inbuilt data structures and their functions and how we can use this. I knew most of the things here, so I skimmed through this lecture, and it was pretty easy for me. Then this lecture, I was planning to skip it because I already know this stuff, and this lecture was pretty jarring for me because I already know this stuff, right? But Harkirat notified us to everyone to go through the callback function section of the video. So I went through the callback function section. So this was pretty good. And then the most important offline lecture for me till now was this async function and promise. I do know how promises work, and I have worked with promises. I have made some websites that use promises, but I had a couple of misconceptions that got cleared out in the video, and I had a doubt at the end of the lecture, but it got solved. As you can see, my interaction with Harkirat on the Discord. Uh, so at the end of the lecture, he said that all of these things do the same thing, and I thought like callbacks don't do the same thing as promises, but Harkirat said like all of these three things do the same thing. So I was wondering what that is. So I asked like a pretty huge question about this on the general chat and pinged Harkirat and teaching assistant. This got cleared away. It was just that this function was an async function. I did not notice that. I thought it was a normal function, so it got cleared away. So if you guys want to talk to Harkirat or discuss something with him, you can ping him in the general chat of the Discord. He's pretty active there. He replies to most of the things unless it is a stupid message or is very unimportant. He replies to most of the messages here, and also the teaching assistants, they're pretty cool. They are very regular, like here's my teaching assistant. uh, they solve doubts very quickly, they're very fast, and they're, I think, pretty well suited for this job as far as I know. My other ta is ta Lokesh and ta Harry Potter, so they both are pretty good. I had some doubts, they cleared it right away, so that's also pretty good. I cannot comment much about the pace of the cohort, uh, because most of the things taught here I am familiar with. So it was pretty slow for me, but obviously it's going to be different from someone who is a complete beginner. So I'll talk more about the pace of the cohort in the next week's recap. Yes, I'm going to do this for every week to keep myself accountable. If you guys want to hold yourselves accountable too, you can make videos like these, or you guys can subscribe to me and comment in my videos, so we both can keep each other accountable. Apart from this, I am also doing the front end masters DSA course, which is free, and I am doing the Odin project boot camp, which is also free. So if you guys want some other resources, I'll suggest these two as they are free and they're open sourced, I guess. uh, and they're pretty good content. You should always learn from multiple resources, right? uh, Links for everything will be linked below the my GitHub repository, which I have forked the assignments, that is also linked below. So that's it for the video, and if you guys want to follow me along for this journey, you guys can subscribe and watch these videos that I'm gonna cover every week.